Everyone, it's Eric here from Lapix. Got another video for you guys today. We got a special surprise guest. His name is Mr. Height, and well, at least the case name is Mr. Height. He likes to put all these components inside there, and he wants to turn on, give you a great gaming experience, as well as give you a beautiful, nice little display experience out, right? For at least looking at this, you got a nice little curved glass. You got a nice desktop here. Now, I make desktop videos, and YouTube doesn't like when I make desktop videos, so we want to combat that, and the best way to combat that is to leave a comment, leave a like, say something nice, right? And watch the whole video, right? Because that always helps out as well. But I always like to make these for you guys when I see something special, something cool. Doesn't matter how it does anyway, because it's more important to see what's going on. So now this is going to be something for everyone. Is whenever you do like a custom build or anything, there's lots of caveats. There's lots of things that can happen in the meantime. So if you're spending a lot of time doing custom cabling, which is really cool, we encourage that. It's a really nice thing to do. But sometimes you might fall in a pitfall, or you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. And it's always good to have a second eye to take a look at it, and that's why we're here today, right? We're taking a look at it, seeing what's going on. So when we press the power button, looks like it does actually turn on. It does come up there. You can see the GPU, was it on? Is it on? We don't know. So we have our display in the back, but it's not actually displaying out. And even not to even show that, there is actually a little light up there. It's kind of telling us what's wrong, and I can kind of see what's going on with it anyway. Let's let it try to turn on, try to do its thing. It's really nice. And let's get actually close into it. So we got this really nice, cool curved glass here. And we can see actually it is turning on. But you see that there's actually this little light in the corner here. And this little light actually says something. If I could zoom in better. Oh, I could zoom in. And if you actually look at it, it does say, what does it say right there? These are debug lights, and it says DRAM problem. Now, if we look at the DRAM, which is probably most likely to do with the RAM stick. So when we have something here, if we actually look really carefully, you see that second one looks a little bit raised over the other one. So I'm thinking that may be the problem. Maybe it's not fully in. Something's wrong with it, right? Just looks a little bit off, but it shouldn't be raised. The other ones, you see, they're kind of level. That one in the middle looks to be raised. So what we want to do, whenever you have a custom desktop and you have some builds like this, if you have no display, you have power on, but you don't see any light there, there's usually a problem, right, with itself. If you'd also notice something else is going on there. Ooh, look at that. Where's that power connection going to, right? Because we need to have a power connection for our graphics card. There is a PCIe. There's a PCIe connector on the graphics card that connects it, and this is a vertical mount, so you can go ahead and see the fans. But we need to have power going in because that's just a data line, but there's no power going in there, right? This thing is a lot more extra juice than what a PCIe slot can deliver, so we want to make sure we actually get power in, and we don't have power in, and I'm not sure where the graphics card connection is, or unless it's there. I don't see it. Okay, it looks like it's the bottom actually, so this isn't connected either. The cables are just hidden under there. But we have a DRAM problem first. So what I'm going to do is we need to fix the DRAM issue. We'll see if it actually does come on there. We'll try to just use the integrated graphics and see if it's going to work. But I think we need to connect both because that's giving the problem. But we want that light to go away, right? So let's go ahead. We're going to fix both of them up. Let's just adjust it, and we'll see what's going to happen from there. Okay, so what I want to do is let's unplug it. Right, unplugging is important whenever you work on something. Right, you want to make sure. And now what you want to do is you also want to hold down the power button to get a little bit extra of that juice out, because the power supply could still have a little bit of juice in it and it can cause a problem. So let's hold it down for like 10-15 seconds before we work on it. And I think that should be good, right? Now we're free to at least work on it there. So it looks like this one may actually be damaged. Or not damaged. Just so used to saying damaged. But maybe it's giving the problem, right? It looks a little bit loose, a little bit off. It did feel a little bit loose when it came up there. But the rest of them seem to be okay, but we want to make sure we plug all of them in. This is a nice Corsair Vengeance DDR5 stick. It's very nice. So let's make sure they're all plugged in correctly. Right, should feel that one actually, the first one I took off felt a little bit loose there, but I'm going to make sure I plug these in all correctly there. Make sure they feel a little bit nice. All right, make sure there's no other problem. I think I probably just could have went like this. And when you go up like this, with that nice solid click, right? And that's going to put down the latch. So I'm going to go in order. Click, 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 just like that. Let's go down in order. Even though you did see that the lights did come up, like the RGB is fine, that could still give a problem. as well. Maybe it's not fully connected. Maybe some of the pins here, right? Because there's lots of pins that are here. Maybe some of them aren't actually connected, or maybe like one of them for data out is giving a problem, right? So, but maybe the RGB one is actually connected there. And another way, there's only one way to put it. See, I was going to put it backwards there. You want to make sure, usually they have like a logo, you can do it there, or you just match up with the notch, even though the notch can be very similar on either side, because look, the notch is almost halfway there. So we're going to be matching it up this way. Okay, it went down. Now these all look to be about even, like all the way across. You can kind of see it there. I want to see what's going on with the cable down here too. This is, I don't know why this isn't. Ah, I see. Is the cable long enough? Okay, it is. So we want to make sure we plug this in. I'm not sure why this isn't plugged in yet, but I want to prove my theory before we plug that in, that the DRAM light's going to go away, right? Okay, so let's try turning it on now, and we'll see if we actually get a display out there. At least for, or at least this should go away, right? Hopefully, because it's all lined up now. Okay, so now look, you see that? It actually did take a long time, but it's changing up. Looks like it's getting there. Let me go ahead and bring up my external. I don't know if it's going to show, but at least the light went away now. You see now it's green? Looks like it's boot. So this is nice, especially when you get the nicer boards, they usually tell you that. And we actually got a detection here. All right, looks like American Trends. Looks to be pretty good. But again, it's an obvious tell if something's going on there, right? That there will be, for the debug, if there's any type of problem. So let's see what we got here. We got a really nice, looks like it's the first time. Man, I'd love to leave this for our customer, but obviously they're in here to help us. We got 7700X, an 8-core processor. We got, how much RAM we got? Oh man, we got, what is that? We got 65 gigs, so probably about 64 gigabytes of RAM. We got 2 SSDs in there. And there also looks to be an issue with the CPU fan. Just great. That's why it looks like it's blinking and showing an error on the CPU cooler. So if you ever look at reports on the 4090, there's a Founders Edition that does have a problem with these connectors. And that's usually because of user error, but you want to make sure that you plug this in right. So let's go ahead, bend it this way. Okay. It doesn't clip on. There we go. So you heard that. I don't know if you guys heard that, but there was a slight clip in there because it feels like it's in, but it doesn't actually totally go all the way in until you clip it. So, yeah. So it doesn't go all the way in until at least you clip it. You want to make sure you hear that clipping noise. And now let's get the full experience, right? So let's turn this on. I'm going to plug it in a graphics card because you don't want to be one of those new users if you're not sure. The graphics card isn't going to supply itself to there. You need to get the performance. You need to turn on this way. So let's go ahead and plug this in. Now we see that the fans all spin now, right? Because that's power going from your power supply to here. Especially if you get a newer card too, try to get like an 850 watt, especially if you're going to get a newer one with a high performance. You definitely want to make sure you get that. But looks like we're connected here. There you go. So you saw that there was a RAM issue with a debug light. It's really easy to see, especially if you're doing any type of new builds, or if you get a board that does have it. Most of the newer higher end boards do have some type of debug light that actually does help you determine what the problem is, especially if you're not sure. You plug stuff in because there's multiple LEDs that tell you pretty much like CPU, RAM, GPU, and then maybe a boot sequence because you're supposed to go through all of them. It's very similar to if you ever watch the video on the iMac when we show display out too. It has those checks that actually have LEDs on there, which is pretty cool. But for iMacs, right? It would be great if they would make that nowadays for MacBooks and stuff. We also do a lot of MacBook repairs, liquid spills and stuff like that too. And on the final note, that red lights that are coming up there, that was actually a sensor error that was going on with the CPU cooler, and it looks like that the customer actually shorted out the CPU cooler sensor, and we had to get a replacement one for that. Yeah, but that was probably for another video. If you're interested in that, definitely go ahead, stay subscribed. We'll go into that one as well because that's pretty cool, installing AIOs and stuff. I have that from before. I made like an air cooler to like a AIO cooler and vice versa. I've made stuff like that before if you want to go ahead and check that out. And again, we always do appreciate you guys watching any of our desktop build videos or anything else. We actually have a cool one that we made like a long time ago for a flight simulator build when that was really popular at the time. It still is, but you guys definitely go ahead and check it out. It's a very nice comprehensive build on how to do stuff step by step. If you're interested in that, just go ahead and watch that. I'll actually link that at the end, probably here, and also in the description. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please leave a like. Really just helps a lot. Subscribe for more content. See you guys next video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.